We told you. Yes, we told you. If you come across this very video, that means you are a lucky one. Because this video is going to open your eyes to know your stand as a one Nigeria. As a one Nigeria you are, I'm urging you to watch this video to the very end of it. If you are this a hurry type that always watches video in a hurry, please do yourself a favor, exit this video. This video is not meant for you. But if you find this video very, very interesting, sit and comport yourself. Watch this video to the very end of it. I bet you, end of this video, you will congratulate me. Because what you're about to witness, we're going to give you a very insight knowledge that you never heard of about this country called Nigeria. Let's proceed. By the end of this video, you are going to witness what just happened. A former spokesperson to the military, Major General Abubakar, the man that was kidnapped alongside with his wife, yes, in Katsina State. Did you know that the prodigal sons of the north have brought the corpse of the man for his family to lay to rest? That is what you got as a one Nigeria. Today, he died in the hand of the terrorists. That is a good one. A very applause to him. I don't have any remorse or pity of what that happened to him. Let it go and rest in pieces. But hold on. I'm here for a reason. And the reason is why I told you that you should watch this video to the very end of it. Because these Islamic jihadists, the prodigal sons of the north, have now started spreading all over the Nigeria. Particularly, as I'm speaking to you, they are now trekking, moving down to the southeast and south through the route of southwest. You are going to see it here. You are going to witness how the House of Senate member explain and expose what they have been hidden from the 1999 constitution that have been hindering the progress of this country, and this country can never be country. You are going to witness it today. Yes. So please calm yourself down. Watch this video. It's just 30 minutes of your time. Then you come here and thank me much, because what you're about to witness is something that you never heard anywhere. Nigeria now is just the beginning. Watch the video.
Kidnappers and terrorists in Katsina released the body of the dead retired Major General Rabe Abubakar to the family to be buried according to Islamic rites within 24 hours after his death. Nigerians, my country people, the day where we begin to tell ourselves the truth about insecurity for this country, from that day we will begin to get solution. Because this masquerade dance where government they dance, so they don't cuckoo talk am. Say any insecurity will last beyond 48 hours now, because the hand of government they inside. So you are trying to use insecurity to solve insecurity. The monkey hand where when I put for pot of soup, it goes soon turn to human hand. So this story of the retired Major General where they kidnap him and his wife for Katsina for days, they inside forest with kidnappers. They do video, they beg a man will save this country to the level of a brigadier general. They kidnap him, they ridicule, they torture them for forest. He died. Guess the people where they release statement on behalf of the terrorists. Katsina state government, yours truly. If you read the statement from Katsina state government, you go to wonder whether na them be the kidnappers or terrorists or na them be government, because it is even more shameful and pitiable. Katsina State Commissioner for Internal Security, they said the man died of natural causes.
The death of General Rabe Abubakar is a shock, isn't it? And many Nigerians will wonder, because the man is not just an ordinary citizen, but a former defense spokesperson who understood the security system. If someone of that profile could be kidnapped and die in captivity, should Nigerians conclude that nobody is truly safe anymore in this country?
I mean, you are right, Sheun. The death of General Rabe in captivity was a big shocker. It is something that sent shock waves across Nigeria, and I can tell you, even Nigeria's friends outside the country were shocked to see the gruesome way in which the retired Major General died. it tells us three major things. Number one, if a retired military general who was the chief spokesperson of the Nigerian army would be abducted and kept in captivity for about 2 weeks and be killed in that way, then it tells us that no Nigerian is safe. It tells us that rank and institutional history counts for nothing in the insecurity situation that we have found ourselves. Secondly, it also speaks to how bold, how audacious these criminal gangs have become. They didn't abduct him in a remote forest. They abducted him on a public highway in Matazu local government. They didn't hide him when they abducted him. They paraded him to all of us on TV, on social media, and they made demands to the government. They were negotiating publicly, saying this is what we want. And they are telling the government, these are our members you have arrested, and we want you to release them before we are going to release this military general. Now, it tells you how audacious, how bold they have become. Number three, the whole modus operandi of terrorist organizations like the bandits we see in northwestern Nigeria is to terrorize the public and erode public confidence in the government. And this abduction of the general is a strategically symbolic abduction that will naturally send shockwaves and also erode public confidence. And like you said, then it will make all Nigerians to question if or whether they are safe. But the fact that we know the group that abducted him, it was the group of Katella Muhammadu. The security forces know the local government areas, the areas where they are operating in Katsina State, and the fact that they were unable to track him and save him, or at least engage the abductors before he was killed in the way he died, tells us that our insecurity is escalating, showing it used to be a sub-regional thing. It used to be a geopolitical thing only in the northeast. It spread to the northwest, to the north central, and now to the southwest. And you can see that clearly Nigeria's security threat is now a national threat rather than a regional or sub-regional threat.
I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. That is why those who want unity and peace in Nigeria must first remember that the name of our republic is not just Nigeria. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? We used to have a parliamentary system. And then we wanted unity, we wanted peace, we wanted progress, and we therefore said we are going to go with a presidential system. Honestly, there are many presidential systems in the world that have peace and progress. I can't quarrel with that. But we must put in place the same safeguards that presidential system across the world put in place, so that you can have what it needs to run the society. In this chamber, we try to federalize the police system. In this chamber, we failed. We failed because we didn't summon the courage, the wisdom, the tenacity of purpose, and the vision, and the understanding of what is making nations across the world to work. A man from Otukpo was the DPO in my local government when I was chairman. The man did not speak Igbo in an Igbo local government. The man did not speak Yoruba in a Yoruba local government. Every crime is local. And the solution to every crime is local. The earlier that senators in Nigeria summon the courage to say, we should not continue to deceive ourselves. I know that police is costly. If we are going to allow some states to have police according to their own wishes, therefore, we must revisit the revenue formula, such as more money go to states. States are where the people live. States are where the problems occur. States are where local ingenuity can be brought to solve local problems. We have only 2 months left. I don't believe it is too late. Tomorrow, let our Constitution Review Committee bring only one item. And let us fast track everything that we must have state police. As continue you say no, you will continue to have your problems. I'm sorry for those of you who are in your 50s and 60s. Those of us in our 70s and all the rest. Now you go say face the problem. But honestly, I want to be part of the solution. And all of us should pray for the grace to be part of the solution. We have had these problems for far too long. We must have local policing capacity.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you must have seen the news. The retired army general who was kidnapped, abducted by terrorists along with his wife, I think it was a little over a week ago or so, and held in captivity all that while. He has finally passed. He's dead now, like literally dead. He's gone, right? I mean, I saw this when I saw the last video they released, and where they were saying that, oh, he's actually very sick, and then they were pleading for something to be done. I already knew nothing was going to be done, and I knew that the guy was going to die because I saw the way he was looking very frail and weak and tired and all of that. And I said, look, it's only a matter of time. This guy is going to die, and he dead. He's dead. That's it. Done. Another one gone. We witnessed a brigadier general pleading for mercy, kneeling before terrorists in Nigeria. They offed him. We have seen terrorists invade army bases in Nigeria, cut away with weapons worth millions of dollars. We have seen these guys massacre soldiers, Nigerian soldiers, like they are chickens. Nigerian soldiers. Recently in Borno State, how many? Either 10 or 12, I don't know, soldiers killed. And guess what? They just didn't kill them. They decapitated them and went away. They made away with their heads. So I believe those soldiers were buried headless in Nigeria. So you see, when we say that Nigeria has failed, I think it's now becoming like an understatement, like a massive understatement to say that Nigeria has failed. It is gone beyond the failing. Nigeria has collapsed. The whole idea of this fakery that we have been tolerating for decades has now come to a halt. The idea has evaporated. The idea of nationhood and unity and survivality that Nigeria ever thought it had, every single shred of it has gone to the winds. It's over. Because it had never been a nation, as a matter of fact. No nation is structured like Nigeria. No nation functions like Nigeria. I can never say enough how that Nigeria has never been a nation. It is something that was created out of the figment of the imagination of a very stupid, hopeless man called Lugard, under the influence of the colonial powers of Europe, of Britain. We have never been a nation. You can lump up all these incompatible units that you call tribes in Nigeria and expect for anything to happen, to work. No! They did it because they wanted to make sure that the resources of Nigeria, like the $210 trillion or naira that is missing at NNPC, that it continues happening every year. So generations upon generations unborn are going to be born into this fakery, into this stupidity, corruption, born into this debt that this government has now taken to a whole new level. You are born and meant to be in debt for the rest of your lives, and the generation after you will remain in debt. So what we are seeing is just part of the symptoms of a failed state, a state that had failed even before it was created. Sometime around early April, the United States of America launched a massive, elaborate operation, a rescue operation, to rescue 2 Air Force crew members who were missing. They went missing, right? In Iran, I believe. And that operation was eventually successful. They went missing on F-15E Striker or something like that. And it was hailed in America as a heroic act. And everybody celebrated it. I am not comparing America with Nigeria. It's like comparing apples with oranges. There's no basis for comparison anywhere in the world. But I'm only saying that even if you pretend or you're pretending to be a nation, there are some basic expectations that your citizens should have of you, that the world should have of you. Basic, the most rudimentary of them all. Where are they? You cannot protect lives and properties of your own people. How are you called a government? How are you a nation? These terrorists are the ones that are so scared of going to Mali now, because over 12,000 of them went to Mali and they were destroyed in less than a week. If you pay them to go to Mali right now, they can't go to Mali. But the country that has the army that went to keep peace in Liberia, that went to keep peace in Sierra Leone, that went to Sudan, that went to different parts of the world to keep peace, or different parts of Africa to keep peace. The army of that nation is now on their knees while the terrorists are having a field day. Come on. You can push someone to a wall, but pushing them through the wall is something that is going to require a response. Nigerians are now being pushed through the wall. We hit the wall a long time ago. You are now pushing them through the wall, and that's where a spontaneous reaction is going to come from. And nobody knows what that reaction is going to be, how it's going to come, when it's going to come, in what manner it's going to come, and how long it's going to last. It's painful to watch what we see unfold in Nigeria today. Christians are massacred in their thousands. Moderate Christians, moderate Muslims too. And you have a leadership that is so fixated on what becomes of 2027 elections. It's a bloody shame. It's a bloody shame. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should throw in the towel. Rise up, man up, look Nigerians in the face and say, I have failed. I have failed. It's not even about the promise you made and said, if I don't give you power after 4 years, vote me out. No, that's not. We're talking about beyond even the power. Everything has gone 10 million times worse. Why are you still there? Why? You can't do it. Admit, own up, say, I can't do it. The people are tired, for crying out loud. Which other army general is going to be killed now? If generals are being killed like this, if soldiers are being killed like this, explain to me how the citizens are supposed to sleep with their 2 eyes closed. It is not even just enough that our soldiers are being killed at the highest level. It is the manner in which they are killed, as if it is the easiest thing in the world to do. To take out the soldiers of a nation that did so much and is known for so much in Africa. How? Oh, man. If you can't even talk tough to the terrorists, if the so-called cabal has scared you to death so much that you can't talk tough, you can't threaten the terrorists, let alone even fight them, why are we having you as a leader? Why should you be the president? What are you presidenting over? What are you supervising? Corruption? I'm sick of it. Go on with the so-called restructuring now. You have the National Assembly in your pocket. You've got the legislature. You've got the judiciary. You've got everyone in your pocket. Let's do the right thing right now, and you can be the hero. Let's even forget about the 2027. Restructure this country and let the regions get their thing. Yes, I heard that you guys are moving on now with the state police, which should have happened a long time ago. But go beyond that, because this journey you are embarking onto 2027, I don't think there is any guarantees here. I don't care who is advising you. There are no guarantees. Use the time you have right now to do the best for the people of this country who are trapped in this mess. Break the jinx and become the hero. We will all celebrate you for the rest of our lives. Even generations unborn will never forget you for good.
All right, you have watched the video and you confirmed it. But let me ask you, are you happy of what you just watched or what you just heard? Are you happy with it? This is a result of one Nigeria. Yes, most of you who supported evil in one way or the other, you will pay dearly in different ways. I don't have pity. I don't have any pity for anybody that was unalived by the prodigal sons of the north, which is the Islamic jihadists, the bandits, the terrorists, or ISWAP, or whatever. If you are serving a military under Nigeria government and you are caught by the prodigal sons of these northern people and you are unalived, I don't have any remorse. I don't have any pity on you because you deserve it. Yes, you deserve it. When you people are busy unaliving the innocent Biafrans in cold-blooded, what do you expect? This is what will be your reward. You will die shamefully dead. Yes, you will die shamefully dead because you forgot the fight that you're supposed to fight and fighting an innocent people that committed no crime. The prodigal sons of the north are the people making this country ungovernable. And yet, most of you, both the past and the present of the military's generals or whatsoever, never go after them. Rather, they are busy pampering them because they are using them to mine gold from Bruno and Zafara. And now today, you'll come out and start crying, and the world should be clapping for you. All of you will pay dearly, because that is a result of one Nigeria. But for we, the Biafrans, the reason why we always bringing this to the public domain is for our people to see it and get prepared ahead of what that is coming in Nigeria. More is coming. It's just the beginning. This country will learn in a very hard way. The only solution is just total disintegration. Without that, no remedy. Nobody is going to save you in this country. Get this and no peace. I come in peace. If you love what we do here in this Global Love Channel TV, please don't hesitate to touch the hand for subscribe button, like, and turn on the notification bell, so that whenever we upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in doing that, you are encouraging us to do more, because togetherness, we shall save life together. Africa remains a great continent, but in Biafra, Africa rise the more. Till next time, see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you.